everybody and welcome back to the channel. We've got a really exciting video today. We're going to be putting this through its paces, the New Balance RC Elite version 2. So let's get stuck into this, the full in-depth non-biased review coming up. Sit back, relax, let's get this done. Right guys, here we go. Let's get stuck into the full review. So as always, I bought this 100% with my own money. I got this actually from sportshoes.com. It came in around about £209. Yeah, I doubt you're gonna get any deals out there. Let me know if you have managed to get this shoe a little bit cheaper. We're gonna split this review up into, I don't know how many sections, but we're gonna go through the facts and figures first, then the pros, then the cons, and then a little conclusion at the end. And finally, is it going into my rotation? So 5 sections in this video. Right, let's get stuck into this with the facts and figures. Right guys, as I say, this came in at £209. I don't know why, maybe you guys can help me out, but the white version is 220. I went for the purple because it was slightly better value. I'm a little bit cheap. There's a 10mm drop between the back of the shoe and the front of the shoe. And also I should just point out, this is very much a race shoe. You want to be doing your races or your speed sessions in something like this. There's a carbon plate running through the shoe. The width of the shoe was really quite impressive, had loads of room for my feet to nicely splay out in the front. If you have a wider foot, I think you're gonna be okay. If you are more on the extreme side, unfortunately, yeah, you're gonna have to find some shoes which has a dedicated wide fitting. A lot of New Balances do, but this one doesn't, I'm afraid. This was true to size for me. It came in at my usual size 12, which was absolutely perfect. It delivers a really nice cushioned ride. We'll come on to talk about that in some of the pros and the negatives later on. This shoe, very much suitable for all types of strikers. Your heel striker, midfoot, or if you're a bit more of a forefoot striker, you're gonna be absolutely fine however you're striking the ground in this shoe. The shoe came in at 270 grams for me, a little bit on the heavier side, but in the rough ballpark, a lot of these carbon shoes are. And just quickly guys, question of the day. If you really were doing a marathon or half marathon tomorrow, which shoe would you pick? If money was no object, would you be a New Balance? Would you be a Nike Vaporfly? The Adidas Pro? What would you be picking? What would you get in your feet? What do you think is going to deliver you that PB time that you're after? Yeah, let me know down in the comments. Great to hear all of your thoughts on the best super shoe at the moment. Right, let's get stuck in to the pros. Right, let's start out with the pros. We've got 3 to get through here. The first one is comfort. This shoe is without doubt, without any question doubt, the most comfortable, I might even say the most comfortable shoe I've ever worn, let alone super shoe. It is just so nice. Right from the off, I put this on, first run 30k. I've done a lot of long runs in this. You just don't notice it. It's one of those things that's so good. You just put it on, gives you no issues, just no hot spots, no rubbing, no chafing. It just turns over nicely. It just does its job well. You don't even notice it's there. It's so comfortable. As I say, maybe the best, most comfortable shoe I've ever worn. Coming into the second one, of course, it's a super shoe. It's got to be fast, and it is fast. It really does deliver on that. It's really hard to say whether it's faster than the Nike offering, but I think over the course of a marathon or a half marathon, or even longer, up to sort of 50Ks and things like that, this shoe is going to be just as fast. In all the testing that I've done in reps and some long reps and things, I haven't got to racing this yet. That will be coming up very soon. It has been just as good as the Nike offering. At 5 and 10k, I don't think this is where this shoe's strength point. I really would be reaching behind me for the lime green of the Nike. But yeah, marathons, half marathon, things like that, this is a fast shoe and you've got a lot of confidence on your feet. And the third like for me is just the looks, the color. You put this shoe on and you feel good about yourself. It feels fast, it looks fast. A lot of running, a lot of sport is all what goes on up here. It's a mindset thing. And you lock this shoe, locks down so nicely, it feels so comfortable to run in. It makes you feel good and confident about yourself. And I think that comes from the looks and the colorway as well. It's cool when you look down and you're running and you see these purple swishing beneath your feet. Anyway, let me know, does that kind of thing matter to you in a shoe? You've got the performance, you've got the comfort, and it looks good. So I think it's a really good overall package. Coming on to the negatives, we've got 2 things to talk about here. First things, technically, yes, it is a little bit on the heavier side. Do you notice that? Well, if you're being really nitpicky, it does feel a little bit heavier than the likes of the Nike shoe. But in reality, does it really matter? Not really. It's just something to point out. And I think that's why this shoe doesn't quite deliver on that sort of 5 or 10k all out speed. but on those longer distances, it doesn't matter quite as much. It's really nothing to particularly worry about, but it's something we always need to point out. And the second negative is the softness of this shoe. Now, coming from me, I like a soft shoe. It really appeals to me, but it is soft, it is squishy, and if you want a really stiff, carbon plated, fast, all out race shoe, this is not it. You really want to avoid that. And as I say, look at some of the other models out there. It's probably the softest super shoe I've ever used, the softest carbon plated super shoe that I have ever used. Some people are gonna love that. I love it. And a lot of you guys out there will love it as well, but it might be just be a little bit too soft if you're someone that likes a little bit of stiffness in their shoe. So moving on to the conclusion, what do I think about this shoe? Honestly guys, I've really enjoyed it. It's been an absolute joy to run in. I've run in on all sorts of different surfaces, on your gravel, on roads, on some light trails. It's just performed everywhere. The grip has been fantastic. Doesn't look like it's gonna be great, but it's been good. You might have seen some of my vlogs when I've been out running in the rain. It's just been a solid shoe. It's the shoe I keep reaching for. It's been good at all sorts of different distances and all sorts of different intensities. It's really, really versatile. Easy runs are okay in it. You probably want to be using really something like this, which is just the Rebel, the training version of this shoe. We will have a proper review of this shoe for your easy runs, but you can do easy runs in this. I just don't think the durability is going to be there over the long term. But this type of combination between the two would really look after you so well. Also something to point out, I think this would be a really good option for someone that hasn't been in the carbon shoe market before, looking for your first carbon plated shoe. And so that comfort is there. It's not going to be putting too much pressure on your calves, which some of the carbon plated shoes can do. And you're just going to get into it and go for a run out the door and find that super comfortable right from the off. So the big question, drum roll please. Sarah's doing the editing here. Can you put a little bit of drum roll in there, Sarah? Is this going to rotation? Well, I think we know it's quite clearly going to rotation. You saw me use it in that first impressions video when I was testing, and I've just kept using it and I've really enjoyed running it. We've just come back from a trip to Scotland and doing some fantastic runs in this off-road as well, and yeah, it's just been an absolute joy to use. I really would encourage you to check it out. Yes, it's a little bit on the high price point. A lot of these shoes are very similar price to the Nike and a little bit more expensive than the Adidas there, but you're getting a fantastic shoe for that. If you've got the budget, then that's yeah, something to well check out. If you don't have that kind of budget, you want something slightly different, then check out the Era2 Artist shoe, or I'll link to that up here and at the end of the video, for a more budget-friendly £99 carbon racing shoe, which might be more suitable for you. So that's it guys, thank you so much for watching the video. The likes, the shares, and all the support here on the channel means so much to me. Please share it with your friends, hit that like button, and yeah, let me know for that question of the day, what is your favorite super shoe at the moment? And also let me know, have you been racing in this? What do you think of it? Do you like it? Has it gone into your rotation as well? I'm off to get some more training done, and I will see you out on the roads, or maybe the trails, or maybe the start line again very soon guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.